I'm going to be talking to you about how to choose a scale for your line graph. Now, there are only certain scales you can use, usually. These are the same results as on the PowerPoint. I've just written them down so I can actually use a pen and paper. We have to get on the x-axis for temperature up to a maximum of 89. Now, you'll notice that there are 5 tiny boxes in between each small box. Now, normally graph paper will have an even bigger box here, marked out clearly. Mine doesn't. And inside that bigger box, there are 10 tiny boxes. So whatever scale we choose has to be a times table that works well with 10 tiny boxes. So we can ask ourselves, does 10 divide by 1 easily? 10 divided by 1 equals 10. So yes, we can choose that scale. Does 10 divide by 2 easily? Yes. Does 10 divide by 3 easily? Do we get a whole number? No, we don't. We can't divide 10 by 3 and get a nice whole number. And as we work our way up, we find that the next one is 10 divided by 5. We get 2. So we can choose our 1 times table, our 2 times table, or our 5 times table. Let me write those out for you here. So we can choose our 1 times table, our 2 times table, or our 5 times table. Now, if we're working with really small numbers, we can use 0.1s, or we can use 0.2s, or we can use 0.5s to go up in. I'll just draw a line there so this is separate. Or we can go up in 10s, if we've got big numbers, 20s, or 50s. We can even go up in 100s, 200s, and 500s. Now, most of the scales that you will ever need in S1, S2, and S3 are on that, I'm not very good at this, I'm holding this, in that box. So most of the scales you'll need. We have to choose what is going to get us up to 89. Well, that's nearest to 90, so let's round that up to 90. And let's look, we've got quite a big piece of graph paper here. Could we go up in 1s and get to 90? We're going to try different ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not going to get up to 90 going in 1s. Well, if we can't get up in 1s, we're unlikely to be able to get up in 2s. Shall we try 5s? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. We could, but it would be a bit of a squash. So why don't we go up in 10s? That's the next one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's really nice. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to start writing our numbers onto our scale. Now, I will give you a photograph of this finished later on.